I'm going to throw in a social circle game question since Michael Sartain has joined us. And you look like you're waiting for a barber or something.
No,
It
waiting
must
for
be.
a Uber.
All right, okay. So, what are some particularly smart examples of value arbitrage you have seen or done yourself?
I mean, the easiest ones that I've seen are, here's a really easy one is you have some female friends and one of them has a birthday. You set up the birthday. So you set up a comp dinner, comp table, whatever. And like she's already bringing all the girls. I have met so many women from doing that. It's crazy. And so I live in Las Vegas. Girls will come out here and they'll be like, oh, I'm coming out with a couple of my friends. I'm like, where do you want to go? Like, what DJ do you want to see? And because I know the GMs of all the nightclubs here, I'll just be like, oh, okay, cool. I'll get you on stage for Zook to go see Dead Mouse on Friday, and then we'll go see Marshmallow on Saturday. And it's so ridiculously easy. I've taught all my clients how to do this. They can get girls comps like super easy. That's an easy one. That's kind of a unique thing though for Miami, Los Angeles, New York, Scottsdale, and in Las Vegas. You can do it in Dallas a little bit too. But other arbitrage opportunities, again, like say birthday, let's all go axe throwing. One of my favorite ones is somebody you throw like a themed party back at your place where you guys go play cards, something like that. I love doing. This is one girl I really like. So for our first date, we started doing man on the street videos at fucking on Fremont, and so that was our first date. We started doing man on the street videos, and it was really funny because we're like flirting, and at the same time we're doing interviews. She wants to be a podcast host. There's a bunch of different ways to do value arbitrage like that, but like then there's the more advanced ways, which would be you get involved with a charity, like so for instance something for animal rescue. That's one of my favorites, or something. I'm doing one for breast cancer awareness in October. You're doing that event, and then you tell all the girls the theme. Every girl needs to show up in pink. So you have a bunch of girls that are there for breast cancer awareness, showing more cleavage than you could possibly imagine. And then there's just a party with like hundreds and hundreds of women there, the pink party. And then once that happens, then you just have like an amazing opportunity where women are introducing you to other women, women are giving you access, and then women are calibrating you to being around other women. You have girls that are wingmen that are introducing you to other women. So that's been probably the pretty. Those are some of the ways that I would use value arbitrage. The main three ways of value arbitrage, by the way, are number one is you're a connector. You connect people to other people. One of the ways that my girlfriend showed, she told me, I knew I was going to have sex with you, was I kept introducing her to like really beautiful women who were just hugging me and showing me a ton of compliance. Number two, you're a suggester. So I'm always suggesting. Like a lot of times, I have a book suggestion list that I have. Most of my friends meet their boyfriends and girlfriends through me. Most of my friends are going to meet, figure out what TV show they want to watch, books they want to read through me. I'm the suggester. And then third, the content creator, which is you're the one who always is documenting what happened at the event. A lot of times people don't understand this, man. I learned this being I used to be a videographer at the Playboy Mansion. People will get annoyed when you keep filming them and put a light in their face or take pictures. Those same people who are annoyed will ask you the next day for those photos. And they'll be like, bro, do you have any more photos? Do you have any more? They'll act annoyed when you're doing it and then beg you for the photos the next day. And so I just learned from that whole type of situation is being a content, the content creator is the greatest one. And of course, the best example of this, have you guys seen Parallel Live? So you got Parallel Live is this app where you can
That's
actually
hilarious,
buy,
dude.
you can do a live stream and it'll show that you have 25,000 people watching you
That's
at the same
hilarious.
time. And women start acting like complete whores, just rubbing their ass in your
That's
day. Like
Ethan
just
Kaiser.
yeah, Ethan. Yeah, Ethan messaged me. I was thinking about having him on my show. So Ethan, like they just act absolutely crazy because they see all these people watching you. It's like instant social proof. This thing's been going on for 2, 3 years, and women are still falling for this
Yeah.
because
Well, the
because
cat's
they're
out the
not.
bag the more we talk about it, but yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
but even though it won't make any, I'm telling you, it won't make any difference.
Yeah.
Ryan, it will never stop working. And the reason why it will never stop working is because of the evolutionary pang that women feel when they see it, rather than doing any kind of investigation.
Because
It's
that's a
like
lot of eyes.
it's a lot of eyes, but it's also like women dating broke men who pretend to be rich.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, that still works.
Right.
It's still
Yeah.
like dudes are still running around wearing fake watches, banging chicks. Like it's still. You guys saw the guy who looked like Lionel Messi slept with 23 women, and they're suing him now because they thought he was Lionel Messi. And my
Yo,
question is, what about Lionel Messi's wife? Does she then get to sue these women for sleeping with a married man when they knew he was married? How about that? No, of course they don't, right? No, it's one of these situations where status works, and it works to an extent that doesn't even make sense. There's no logic involved. So, I mean, I think that's one of the things that I've learned
like
from watch
not
this.
not not to cut you off, Michael, but without the last aspect of it all, right? Because that's kind of like a cheat, right? In a little
Yeah,
way.
of
Like
course.
that's
I'm
something.
not recommending people use parallel live. It's just an
Correct.
example of how well
Yeah.
this works. Yeah.
Well, I think it's smart. Like I think it's smart of you to recommend that everyone go out and try it and realize what it does, because it's like an incredible moment when you see like, whoa, this is now the attention's turned to me in a way that it's never been turned to me before.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a good experience. I think every guy might as well try, right? But I think what I love the most about what you said that every person can do immediately is become that content creator. And it's just as simple as like turn your phone this way when you fucking make the video or take the picture or whatever. Like, because so often, like, girls will say to me, like, how did you get such good photos of me? And it's
Yes.
like, I'm not the best. I've gotten much better as I've practiced, but it's really just because I turn the phone. Another thing is, like you mentioned, I do it the whole time. It's not like a moment where I'm like, here, I'm going to take a picture of you guys say cheese. It's like, I'm just capturing moments all the time. So,
Have
and
you
go ahead.
100%. I'm just like that
have,
too.
have you used FaceApp and Facetune?
No, never.
Look at FaceApp and Facetune.
I've seen
So
you talk about this, how like, because their photos are like, I've never looked so good.
yeah,
I've seen you
every
say
girl,
this. Yeah.
Corey Yee said this,
Yeah.
like huge models, Caitlin Ron, Corey Yee, Kylie Myers, they all say, when I take pictures with Michael, I've never looked so good before. It takes 30 seconds on the Face App and Facetune. You use the lowest possible setting. It makes their face not shiny and makes them look more symmetrical.
Mhm.
And girls will find you in a nightclub just to take pictures with you
Yeah.
all the time. When I host
Oh, I
Babes in
see.
Toyland, girls are coming, and I tell the photographer I will not post anything unless I face up and Facetune it. Girls will they'll send me their photos and then I'll send them back and they'll be perfect and they'll be like, dude, what kind of fucking witchcraft is this?
Yeah,
They'll ask
it
me these
is.
questions, but it gives you so many connections. You're so hooked up when you do this. You get invited. Again, guys, there's parties right now that happen every weekend where there's 17 girls to every guy, and you're not invited. And the reason why is because you don't understand some of these tricks. There's a great book about this called Very Important People by Ashley Mears. She's a professor of sociology at Boston University. And she was talking about guys getting into parties in the Hamptons, and the way guys got into every party. That you can't buy your way into the Hamptons parties. You can't buy your way into Dan Bilzerian's Ignite parties. You can't buy your way. You used to not be able to buy your way into the Playboy Mansion up until the end. The way that this whole thing happened, the way that this happened was because guys had girls with them. If you had enough women with you, you could get into anything. And so that was the trick that I learned. On the 28th, I'm going to try to bring a few dozen girls to Ty Lopez's speech. Just like, dude, having girls with you, you just get access to everything.
It used to be having
Uh,
a DSLR camera. Like it used to be like get a
Yeah,
DSLR and then like
yeah,
if you go out and take a photo of something, like girls will just be like,
yeah,
"Oh, could you take a picture?" Like or
yeah.
oh, and but now it's yeah, so right
My
on, man.
clients are doing man on the street videos, and while
Mhm.
they're doing man on the street videos, they'll tell me stories. They'll be like, "Yeah, girls will literally stand around, won't even want to go on camera, and they'll sit there and hang out and talk to me for hours. Like they won't leave because they feel like we're the center of attention just
Right.
because we're doing these man on the street videos. They're using the little, those little DJI little
Yep.
square clips that you can get for like $300. They're using those for audio, or they're using an iPhone for audio, and it's just they're crushing it doing this. This
That's
was
what I
really
always
really crazy.
admired. Not that's what I always admired about Tyler, right? Was Tyler, he would just bomb around with like a light on his face, right?
Yeah,
And then next thing you know, like jumping into interactions and sort of and honestly, like I didn't spend much time paying attention to what he was saying or like sinking into the videos.
yeah,
It was just the simple fact of like that this dude who doesn't know any of these people can just step into their world and immediately
yeah.
garner like celebrity like attention because he's willing to put his face in front of a camera and a
So
light in public.
so I talk to Owen about this all the time. So he's going with me to the Ty Lopez thing.
Hell yeah.
Owen was, obviously there was some problems on YouTube with showing infield footage. Mystery had the same issue, and there's ethical issues, and then also YouTube doesn't like it. But if you do man on the street videos with a light and the woman sees the microphone, then there's no complaint because there's like I believe there was a federal ruling that stated if you can see the microphone and she speaks into the microphone that constitutes consent. And so when you see that, now you're keeping yourself from getting in trouble. But now just imagine you're like me and you have 2,500 clients. If they go out and do man on the street videos and I can now watch them interact with women and give them feedback. I don't even give a
Yeah.
fuck if they post it. They don't even have to post the man on the street videos.
That's
They just go
genius.
out and do them. And now I get to watch their interactions. And now you see some of my clients who are telling me, man, I don't know what's wrong. And you watch them. And then as soon as they start talking to a beautiful woman, it's like, hey, where are you guys from? What's
Yeah.
going on with you? I was like, bro, what happened to your voice, bro? Why do you sound like a bitch all of a sudden? Like, what happened? Like, do you not hear this? But they didn't know. And I wasn't able to give them the feedback because I wasn't able to film them. And I'm not going to do is hidden infield. Hidden infield is a problem, bro. That's going to get you hemmed up. So that's why I try to stay away from it. But the workaround I found is these man on the street videos.
That's genius. And it's so performative too, so it can really get them out of their shell because it allows
Yeah.
them to see it as like they're not going and doing
Yeah.
cold approach. They're not going and trying to like interrupt somebody without a purpose. They're
Yeah.
actually they are being the center of attention, and they are
And
then trying to share that with that person. So it's really a genius idea.
and the women want attention so desperately that they
Yeah.
turn things sexual immediately. It's such a cheat code, dude. Yes.
Right. Oh
Exactly.
yeah, I know. It's actually sick what some of these interviews turn into.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
God damn. Anyway, what do you think of my step and repeat? I could use that.
Yeah, if you need more light, dude, just
Ah,
do this.
damn it.
Like have a step and repeat at a party and just put a bunch of light on it and literally like just watch girls. They'll spend the entire party like on the step and repeat taking pictures of themselves. They won't do anything else. They won't even talk to people. It's one of like it, and it's only going in one direction, guys. Like when I started MOA, it was like kind of a mix between different ideas. Now things are tilted so heavily towards dudes meeting girls on Instagram. It is fucking crazy. It is crazy to watch what's happening. I go to nightclubs now in different cities, and the number of dudes I see in comparison to women is getting outrageous. There's so many dudes at these clubs now. It's like the ratios are so terrible. And part of the reason why is because of social media. It's one of the things that like girls are, that's why the ratios are just getting worse and worse and worse.
And fear mongering. I mean, women are becoming very afraid to be caught up in one
What
of
was
these.
it? What was it? Among millennials, 17% of millennials said something like, if you approach a strange woman on the street, that constitutes sexual harassment.
Right.
17% said that. That's fucking crazy. 17%. Now, I actually like cold approach. I don't like direct game cold approach. I like indirect or cold approach to build a social circle. But like even hearing stuff like that, that's nuts. Now, I guarantee you that 17%, if you have a beautiful woman with you, it doesn't constitute sexual harassment anymore. That's why I have a beautiful woman with me most of the time whenever I go out.
That's why.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's part of it.
I know. I'm just making fun of
You know, the greatest thing about threesomes, there's always a witness. No matter what she says, there's always a witness.
Great, dude.
There's always a witness. Ain't nobody making up no goddamn stories. There's a witness.
That's hilarious.
And that's how to get away with all your serial killings when you have a partner in crime. Anyway, that's enough about my partner in crime. Anyway,